Hello, welcome to Who is Deadliest. I'm your host, B-Mitch. Today will be a battle between the Viking and William Wallace, and this one which should be pretty good. I'm surprised I didn't think of this matchup before. Both these guys from Season 1, and they are portrayed as these kind of berserker, brute force type guys. The Viking, he almost beat the Samurai, which surprised me considering the Samurai's higher degree of skill. And William Wallace, he beat Shaka Zulu, but the 4 weapons that Shaka Zulu had on the show were clearly not as good as the Scottish Outlaws' weapons, including the Claymore sword. So which one would win if these two had a fight on the show? Let's get started with weapon comparison, starting with short range. It is the longsword against the warhammer. For this one, I'm going with the longsword. It seems like the more superior weapon, so edge Viking. Next one is mid-range, between the great axe and the claymore sword. For this one, it was kind of tricky to assign an edge to and very hard. You see, the great axe, it chopped up that Joe torso like nothing, and the claymore sword, it lopped off 3 heads, and there is also an option to stab with it too. So this one would be very close, but I think I have to give a slight edge to the claymore. Because of that option to stab and slash, I gotta go with the claymore. Next one is long range, between the spear and the ball and chain. For this one, I gotta go with the spear because I think it will have the edge as far as accuracy and distance, so Ed will have to go to the Viking spear. Next one is special weapons, between the shield and the Taj and dirk. This one was also kind of tricky. You see, the shield, it can both defend and attack, but so can the Taj and dirk. But overall, I think I have to give a slight edge to the Taj and dirk because if it can get past the Viking shield, it will be very effective here. And the shield, if it will even, well, I know it will probably hurt, but you see, William Wallace and the Taj and dirk, I think that is more of a a guaranteed kill. The shield is more of a, okay, you knock that guy down with it, and then you have to use something else to probably get that kill. But the Taj and dirk, it just seems like the more guaranteed kill. So edge would have to go to the Taj and dirk. And last but not least is the armors. They both are wearing the exact same thing, chainmail. So I have no choice but to call it a dead even. Alright, so let's do a quick review of the edges. For short range, that was the Viking. For mid range, that was William Wallace. For long range, that was the Viking. For special weapons, that was William Wallace. And for armor, it was dead even because they both are, last time I checked on the show, they both wore chainmail, so dead even. Alright, so which one do I think is deadliest between the Viking and William Wallace? This one would be pretty good. I think that this one would also be pretty close, but I think I have to give a slight edge to the Viking because I think his weapons are slightly superior. But who do you think is deadliest between the Viking and William Wallace? Let me know in the comments below. Also, leave any ideas for a matchup below in the comments as well. This has been B-Mitch, and I'll see you next week with another Who is Deadliest.